Hi all, Kevin here, and in this video I will, well, after a long while do a collection update video again. I think my last video was somewhere in the summer, and well, I've been very busy with work and also mainly with another collection that I upload the video simultaneously to this one. So if you want to you can check it out as well. But here is a collection update video. The last puzzle I showed, I'm not entirely sure, but the next one was this, I think. This is a Twistball with the flower pattern, which you can basically turn like this. That's that clicking that you also know from cubes. But the turning is pretty good, and another ball puzzle for my collection. What you see here in the background are 3D printed puzzles that I will show in a future video. Here we have the Palapunga, the level 1. There's also level 2. With this level 1 you can click it up and you will have one slice that will move upwards, and all the other will remain where they are. And with level 2 you will have two on the opposite sides that will go up, but I don't have the level 2. You can basically well, turn these rows, and you can also click it down, of course. You can see it as ace to king, so all the playing cards. Pretty cool puzzle. I think I've showed it before in my favorite puzzles to solve video. Next we have this Bongos Brainteaser. This is the smiley version. You can basically, well, I'm not gonna scramble it, but you can basically turn it. Let's see, don't screw this up. No, you can basically turn it, and some of them will go downwards, and other ones won't, will be blocked. And the goal is basically, well, to have this with everything solved on both the front and back. Next, we have this WitEden 2x2x4, the camouflage, or the 2x4x4 I mean. And well, it's released as camouflage cube, but it really doesn't matter. It's just the exact same as a regular 4x4x2, which is why I bought it. So you can basically, well, scramble and solve it like a 4x2. Next is Constraint 180. I already had the Constraint 90, which is well, a puzzle I enjoy solving. And when I saw the 180, I figured it wasn't that difficult as a normal cube. But when I saw someone with a problem on this one, which everything was solved except for one layer that has to make a 180 degree turn. But the problem was that it was like this, so it can only make 90 degrees in either direction, but not 180, which is actually, well, an interesting, not really parity, but problem you can come across on this cube. And yeah, I just bought it. Next, this one, the Bubbloid. I had already I saw the Bubbloids and I really like them. I also really like the Mosaic cube, which is actually kind of the same. So I was really happy when the Bubbloids were mass produced. This is the 4x5x5. So you basically have 5, 5 and 4. And you basically scramble and solve it like this. So yeah, that's Carl Hoff's Bubbloid that is mass produced by Calvin. Next we have this Peter's Black Hole, as you can see right here, Peter's Black Hole. It's basically just, well, a 3D 15 puzzle with orientation, so all the all these silvers have to be on the outside, and on the inside you have either black pieces, as you can see right here, I'm not sure if the camera picks up, or blue and green and all kind of other colors, but this is the solved state. And I just I saw it a lot of times on Marktplaats.nl, the Dutch eBay, and eventually one was cheap enough and in good quality, so I bought one. Next, another 3D printed puzzle by David Pitcher. This is the Tricopter 9 SS. Really great turning puzzle. As you can see, I still have to solve it. A lot of the puzzles that I will show I still have to solve, which is a bit unfortunate. I have bought new puzzles, but I haven't invested a lot of time in solving them lately. But yeah, this puzzle has to be aligned correctly. Wait. And you can basically scramble it like this, and then like this. So yeah, it can be scrambled pretty quite a lot. A complete jumbled mess. But now I have it back to the shape except for these two pieces. And I've yet to solve it. Next, another puzzle by David Pitcher, which is his RotoPrism to Peekaboo. And basically it turns like this in 180 degrees, or you can make, let's see if I have it. One moment, let me. Oh yeah, when you have something like this, you can turn it in increments of 90 degrees, like this. Let's just put it back. As you can see, it also has holes. So I also haven't solved this one yet. I have solved the outside, but the inside is still scrambled. So you can see the pieces at the inside. Here we have a green piece, another green and a yellow, purple. So I still have to solve the inside. Next, another 3D printed puzzle, this time by Chandler Griscom. Chandler Griscom, sorry. I also have this Gaio by Vestigium. Really a mouthful, but now I also have this Quirky gem too. It basically turns like this. And it also turns like this in increments of 60 degrees. And when you make a turn like this, you can scramble this. So you can swap these two. It really turns great, but now with this camera in front of me, it's a bit harder to see with the camera in front of my face. It can also jumble. I haven't scrambled it while jumbling, but you can basically, well, if you do it like this, you can turn it, so then it's becoming a scrambled mess. So I will first try to solve it without jumbling, and I have yet to solve it. I have made a start, but not anything far yet. Next we have this DaYan Gem 2. I decided I already had the DaYan Gem 1, 5 and 8, and I decided to complete the set. So here we have the DaYan Gem 2, which turns like this. And I think like this, yes. Here we have the DaYan Gem 3, which turns like this. And these. The DaYan Gem 4, which again turns like this. And like this. Oh, so like this, and right in the middle. And these one doesn't turn, so they look the same, but they turn differently. This DaYan Gem 6 that I have yet to solve, which turns like this. Basically like a 3x3. This one turns the worst out of all of them. And it also turns these tops. And the DaYan Gem 7 to complete the set. Which again turns like this. And these square faces. So the same as the 2. But because it's slightly different shape, as you can see these ones are longer than these. It actually jumbles. As you can see right here. So yeah, this was to complete the set. So now I have all of them. Next we have my first puzzle from Oskar from Deventer. The screw 2x2x2. It basically is well, a screw. It has these screw threads here. Wait, let me just screw this one out as far as I can. As you can see, it has these threads, and you can only turn these ones in increments of 180 degrees. And just like all the previous puzzles, I have yet to solve it. So that's Oskar from Deventer's screw 2x2x2, also 3D printed. Next, the crazy tetrahedrons went back in stock. As you may remember from a previous video, I bought crazy tetrahedron Saturn from someone from Mexico, and I was really glad to finally have it in my collection because I wanted one for a long time. But since when these came back in stock, I also decided to buy the Uranus, which is the hardest of all of them. Well, here it is. I still have to solve it. The Uranus has one regular white side. You have the orange side, which stays fixed when you turn the layer. You have yellow, which, let's see if I can make it. Everything is blocked now. As you can see, this one has a circle except for this piece, so you can turn it. And the same applies to this one with these two blocked. Because all these blocked pieces, it's pretty hard to solve. Which is what makes this so hard. Next we have the Hungarian Rings. Yeah, just a puzzle that you see quite often on eBay and stuff. I just didn't have one yet. So I came across a cheap one and decided to buy it. Not really, well, much of a challenge, but something for my collection. Next we have the split 2x2x4 that I made myself for my regular 2x2x4. I basically cut the top and bottom pieces, and I have yet to resticker it. As you can see, it's only cut and nothing more. But it basically still turns like this, and again I have yet to solve it. It's probably not that hard, but I haven't really invested the time yet. So that's my split 2x2x4. Next we have this pretty big cube, the Trifurcation cube. It's actually been released as Clover cube, but on the Twisty puzzle forum, someone else mentioned that they already had a puzzle named Clover cube. So now it's on the Twisty puzzle forum at least called Trifurcation cube, although probably everyone still knows it as Clover cube. It's basically an edge turning puzzle, which turns like this and like this. And yeah, it's a really cool puzzle. I really like to solve this one as well. but it's pretty big. Now let me clean this up and get a few more puzzles to show. Next we have this puzzle ball. I bought a few puzzles from Zupler, from the Twisty puzzle forum. He was selling some puzzles from his collection that he wasn't solving anymore, and this was one of them. I've seen the puzzle ball before, and well, I wanted one before, but it wasn't for sale on any non-America site with international shipping, unless it was really expensive. So I bought it from him. Basically has these two halves that you can turn, and there's these on the top, and you can basically slide these all over the cube. And there's, as you can see, a green and blue side. So that's the puzzle ball. Again, pretty big puzzle. I really should buy a few smaller puzzles to save space, but whatever. Next, another puzzle that I bought from him, which is the, I think it's just called Magic Sphere, so nothing of a special name. And it basically has these slides that you can turn, kind of like a equator cube, but you can also turn these in 90 degrees. So when you have a piece on, you can basically turn the layers. And yeah, that's it. The Magic Sphere. Next we have this bandaged pyramid crystal. You can basically only do a few moves. This one is blocked. This one is also blocked. Let's see if I can do only these two moves at the moment. But again, I have yet to solve it. So the bandaged pyramid crystal. Next, another big cube, and also pretty heavy cube, which is a core egg. The core egg is basically just something you can, which is basically a toy with magnets. You have one ball in the middle, and you can basically, well, make an egg out of this. And some people at the Twisty Puzzle forum, like Supler, I think he was the first, have created, have put stickers on it. So it's basically a mix-up, well, a super mix-up cube. As you can see, you can turn these. You can turn it like this. It's basically just a 3x3, but as a mix-up, so you can also increment 90 degrees. And then this is the center. I think I'm doing something wrong now. Sometimes it's a bit hard to determine which layers you can turn and which you can't turn. Anyway, that's the super mix-up, the core egg that has been stickered. Next we have this 1x2x3 bear from Rubik's. Basically, yeah, as it says, a 1x2x3. Nothing too special. Next is 3D printed puzzle from Gregor Fennick. This is the master mental block. It's basically, what is it called? I can't remember the name. Not the Rex cube, but the one with corners. Master's cube. That was it. Sorry about that. The Master's cube, but then with in a different shape mod. And it's 3D printed. The turning isn't all that great, if I'm completely honest. I was hoping it to be a little bit better than this. It's not bad when you have it going, but it's I've seen better. And again, I've yet to solve this one. Let's just see if I can put it back. Then I went to the Dutch Cubing Day again for I really enjoyed last year, so I went again this year. And of course I haven't left empty-handed. We have this one, which is basically with optical illusions. It's kind of like the printing service of V-cubes, where you can create your own cube. Someone has made a lot of them, and I really like this one. I had the idea of optical illusions on the cube before, but I never really did it. So when I saw this one, I just decided, you know, someone has done it for me, let's just buy it. And there's these 6 sides. I really like this side. Another puzzle I bought was this one. I really like snakes, as you know, so I bought another 3x3, well, I wanted to say 15 puzzle, but it's actually a 9 puzzle, which goes with my other snake 3x3 puzzle. Next is cross teaser, which basically turns like this. You have these 6-sided, well, arms that can roll to different places, and as you can see, I can turn this one to top because I have to turn. These are only vertical slices, and these are only horizontal slices. So it limits how you can move them. Next is very well made double cross by Hans van der Zon. It's a really well made puzzle. You can slice this one to both sides, and you can turn these 2 wheels, and you basically have to make it so it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A, B, C, D, E in the correct orientation as well, of course. But it's a very beautiful made puzzle, and it's well made by produced by Laser Exact, but Hans van der Zon is the one that designed the puzzle. And that turns absolutely amazing. Again, I have yet to solve it. I have to solve so many puzzles. I kind of stopped buying now after a while. So now I really have to make some time to solve them. Next is this brain ball, which basically is this ball with this ring on it that you should be able to turn. Yes, and you can turn this ring, and you can also turn this both at the same time. And well, basically has these numbers 1 to 12, and you have to do the yellow and the white side. Next is Rubik's 15, Rubik's brain puzzle, where you basically have these Roman numbers, and you have to make 1 to 15 and a star, so 1 to 16 actually. And at the other side you will, I think you have 0 to 9 or 1 to 9, I'm not entirely sure what will be on the other side, but you have 1 to 15 here. And I have yet to solve this one as well. You have these 3 at the same time, and these ones. And I think some are blocked. Only when I move these up I can turn this one. So I can turn this. I can push this one now when these are up. So it's sometimes blocked. Next, to sliding puzzles, 7x7s, both from Ashram. I wanted to buy one just to keep and one to modify, but I'm not sure if I will modify, because they are both pretty well, cool puzzles. This one is with the bird and the fish. I'm not sure if anyone knows Ashram, but he basically has these birds that go into a fish, and these with birds both in black and white. Here's an solved state. I think this one as well. It's easier to explain. As you can see, it has one bird, and slowly it goes to the shadows, and then you can see that the spaces in between the birds becoming fish. So yeah, not sure again if I will modify one. I might, but not sure yet. Next we have this one. This one is the 3x3x5 Hexes Cube by Min Teng, also known as Virus. I think most know him by Virus. He also makes a lot of ghost cubes. And this one is actually also a ghost cube. It's a 3x3x5 ghost cube in the shape of hexagonal pyramid, I think. Anyway, it's a 3x3x5 shape mod, a ghost cube, and again, I have yet to solve it. Next is Mini Axis Octahedron by Raphael Mouflin. Really beautiful puzzle. It also turns very well. As you can see, it turns absolutely effortlessly. And it's basically an octahedron. I've already solved the centers, these big corners and small corners, and these small pieces. Let's see this one. So I've only left all these pieces to solve. But yeah, it's a really good turning puzzle. Let's see if I can put it so I can show some other moves. As you can see, it scrambles pretty easily. Don't want it because I'm in the process of solving it. And of course, I also have this other puzzle, the Ghost Octahedron, which is basically the same puzzle as this, but then as a ghost. And I've yet to solve this one as well. I'm not even sure if I can turn any layer at the moment. I might have blocked some by accident. I can turn this one. So yeah, that's Raphael Mouflin's octahedron puzzles. Both 3D printed. Next we have this Ouroboros gear shift. It basically has this dragon that you have to complete, and it turns well with all four at the same time. But as you can see, it has some parts where the gears are skipped, and that's when you are able to turn just those gears. But I'm not gonna scramble it now. It took quite a while to make this, so I have yet to solve it again. But yeah, that's the Ouroboros gear shift. They come in different variations, but I like this one with the dragon the most, Chinese dragon. Next we have my Christmas gift. This was a gift from my dad, and this is the Panda 2x2. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting when I saw pictures of it, but it turns well really good. My little brother decided to make some jokes when he saw this one, like you can yeah, it's old Dutch saying, so I can't really explain it, but you can twist his neck, you can he has his brain where his butt is, and all that kind of stupid jokes. But yeah, this is the 2x2 by Z-Chain. And sorry for the camera moving, it's a bit far away. I have this one, Carney's 3x3x3 shape mod. He makes a lot of custom heads, but this one is his first mass-produced one, which is basically well, a 3x3 shape mod with this cool head. With these horns, yeah, it's a fun little puzzle. Also a gift from my dad for Christmas. And the last cube that I have, which was the last cube that I arrived, is this one, the Boop cube. Really hard puzzle. Yeah, that's why it came with a manual. No, I really like the idea of this one, especially with the manual, so I just decided to buy it. But it's just a 1x1x2. And yeah, that's basically it. I do have a few puzzles still in the make. In the background you can see 3 3D printed puzzles. 2 I've yet to assemble, 1 I only have to, the stickers have yet to arrive. And I also have 1 puzzle that's almost done. But those will be for a future video. So yeah, this was my cube collection update video. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to also check out my other collection video that I uploaded simultaneously. Then you know what kept me busy for this half year. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.